Superstars, how's it going? This is Coach Wood, and we are locked and loaded, baby, for another amazing week of content. Obviously, the football entertainment industry is always going to give us something to talk about, and this week is going to be no different, you guys. So, I am excited to be back with you guys. There's a lot to cover. So we're not going to waste any time. As far as housekeeping, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And then also check out what we have for you down in the description box. You young football players, families of football players, the coaches and fans. We've got some great resources for you. But let's get into today's topic. Like I said, you guys, let's not waste time. Let's get after it this week. Let's give you something practical. And then you guys get out of the huddle and go execute. All right. So as far as today's topic, you guys, we're going to be talking about the number one thing to do to get your first offer. To get your first offer, a lot of you guys are young high school football players that tune into the Before You Go Pro content. Maybe you're a family member of a football player, a coach that's trying to help his athletes, or maybe you're a parent or someone that is just trying to find a way to help an athlete get to the next level. Well, if that's you, then this is the episode for you. Okay. Now, the first thing you guys have to keep in mind is that you can only go to one school. You can only go to one school. So, back in my day, I came out. I don't want to get too specific because Coach is getting older. But back in my day when I came out of high school, they had to recruit the high school kids. They had to recruit the junior college athlete. If they wanted a player that was ready to play and older, the junior college athlete was the only option. Every once in a while, you'll get somebody that's a transfer from another school, but that would be like one or two guys. That would be like one or two guys. If they wanted an older player, they had to go to the JC. But most schools tried to stockpile talent by putting high school kids in the cupboard. Well, now, obviously, we know that day and age has changed a little bit. We'll see how the possible injunction in the fall affects things with President Trump saying that there's only going to be 5 years, a 5-year window to see what you can do as far as after high school and your college eligibility. So you got 5 years. There is no red shirt. You got 5 years to play 5 years on the field. We're going to see how that helps the high school and the junior college players, but that's not official yet. That's not official yet. So it's all about, how do I get that first offer, Coach Wood? How do I get number one, number uno? This isn't for the kid that's got multiple offers already. This is for the one that is looking for their first shot. So for those that don't know, with Before You Go Pro, we're not just a content-based company. We actually work with athletes across the country and have for 20 years. Extremely exclusive and strategic with how we recruit and how we pick our athletes that we want to work with and how we work the process, you guys, as far as getting them from the high school or junior college level to the college level. And to be honest with you, the biggest thing that I think a lot of athletes and families don't keep in mind is that you have to start with the first one. You have to start with the first one. And a lot of times our scope is so big, it's almost like you're walking in somewhere and you're shooting up the place with a machine gun. What you want to do when you're looking for your first one, you know that you have some talent, you've put in the work, you've got good grades, you want to be extremely strategic. This is a sniper shot. And I think the beautiful thing and the thing that we've kind of caught on to with Before You Go Pro, myself and my team, is that when we're trying to get obviously we've got relationships. You want to have relationships that help move things along, people that trust you and trust that, you're putting a quality student athlete in front of them. But do not fail to forget, a lot of times when we get one, that ends up bringing more opportunities anyway. So why not just laser focus on just one? The key to your first scholarship, you guys, is focusing on just one. Just one. You just need one date to the prom, you guys. So it's not, hey, I hear all the time, I'm going to this camp, I'm going to that camp. These are camps and people that haven't even invited them to their camp. I'm going to this mega camp where there's going to be all of these schools. Well, guess what it means when there's all of these schools? That means that your focus is fragmented because you're looking at all these different coaches that got a bunch of different jackets on. And not to say don't go to the mega camp, but it shouldn't be the be all end all. And you shouldn't expect too big of the needle to sway in your favor unless you really have developed a relationship with a coach before you get to that mega camp. And then once you get to that mega camp, you know that he's focused on you. He's not focused on the 200, 300 kids that are there. That's the other reason is not only your focus is fragmented, but the recruiter's focus is fragmented because he's trying to look at all the kids. He's not just focused on you. He's trying to look at all the kids. Now that dwindles and that pool is less when you go to that specific college's camp. But we have a whole strategy as far as how we want to make sure our athletes are evaluated when they get to that camp. Whether it's a mega camp or whether it's an individual college camp, a whole strategy where we just try to get the odds in our favor a little bit for that athlete to be evaluated at that camp. But even more so than the camp, you guys, do you have a strategic sniper laser focus on just one school? A strategy that is just meant for one school, one date. You need one date. And then that will inspire others to turn their head and say, let's take a real good look at this prospect. But that is the number one thing that I would tell you young athletes and that I would tell you parents of athletes or even you coaches that may be trying to help that team captain or that special player on your team that you want to see go off to the next level. Just focus on one. Just strategically focus on one. Now, there's a lot of layers and elements that go into just focusing on one. You know, the film evaluation is mandatory. The film evaluation is mandatory. When I say just focus on one, I'm not talking about USC. I'm not talking about Oregon. If you don't have anything and you're in the summer heading into your senior year, at the time of this recording, it's the class of 2027 that's heading into the summer of their senior year. If they don't have anything, nobody calling their phone, no real interest, or maybe they have interest but no offer, we're not talking about USC and UCLA. You would, or Oregon. You would know already if USC or Oregon is probably going to scoop you up your senior year by the summer. If you're a high school kid, by the summer heading into your senior year, you would probably know already if Oregon or USC was going to be one of the schools you could choose from. So we want to go after schools that you can choose from, schools that are realistic. It definitely still can be a Division I program, but it's going to be a sniper shot. It's not going to be probably a mega camp, shoot it up, and you're just the best thing ever at the camp, and now everybody wants you. It's probably not going to go down like that. It's going to be a sniper shot where you're sitting on top of the roof for 4 days waiting for your school, you guys. So there's a lot of layers to that, but I could say that's probably the number one thing that can help a lot of you athletes get your first scholarship offer, your first PWO in your back pocket, is just focus on one. Focus on the right one. Now, there's many elements that can make a school the one that you want to strategically focus on. Now, you may be saying, oh, coach, if I just focus on one, what if I don't get that one and then I miss all these other schools? That doesn't mean that we don't have our eyes open to opportunities elsewhere. It doesn't mean that we might not DM or reach out to a coach elsewhere. It doesn't mean that we're not fielding offers and being cordial with coaches that reach out to us maybe from lower levels than we really want to go to elsewhere. But it does mean that there is one particular school that we've been evaluated for, and we know we can play there athletically, that we know we can get into academically, that we know is still looking for talent that's in high school or junior college, whatever level you're at, that we know is not recruiting kids that are above my talent level, that are probably recruiting kids that are below my talent level, because we're just trying to get the first one. Maybe a school that struggled this past season, or lost a lot of kids in the portal. You'll come to the method that brings you to the one that you need to be focused on. And maybe it's a school that's right in my backyard and I can get on campus quickly and often. Maybe it's a school where my coach went to that school and has tight ties, or my dad played at that school, my uncle was a star at that school. Whatever it is, what's the one? What's the one sniper shot that you can hit? And like I said, hint, maybe it's lower than you initially wanted to go, or think you can go. Maybe it's a little bit lower, because we're just trying to get the first one. We're not saying this is the only one, but we're trying to get the first one. Maybe I always wanted to go to SMU, but you know what? Really doing my research, really talking it over with some people, I really think my sniper shot is Texas State. Or I really think my sniper shot is Sewell Ross or Incarnate Word. I always wanted to go to Florida State, but something's really telling me I got a good sniper shot. I got a good bead on Florida A&M. And that can be my first one, So wanted to bring that to you guys today. This is the Weekday Huddle. Obviously, we've been doing this for a while. Before You Go Pro has been helping athletes get from high school and junior college for 20 years now. So we've seen it all. But when I really think about how we help certain athletes get their first offer, usually we give them a list, a college prospects list, but it always starts with one or two schools on that list that we really go after, that we feel is a sniper shot for this kid for whatever reason. You guys. So find your sniper shot. Don't focus on everybody. Don't focus on the whole conference that you're looking at. What's the one? What's the one that you're going to strategically reach out to, strategically make sure you get in front of this summer, strategically get some help, maybe you need Before You Go Pro to help you push something over the fence. But what's the one sniper shot that you got lined up? Coach, I got this one lined up because it's 10 miles down from my house. Coach, I got this one lined up because they took two of my teammates last year, and those guys are vouching for me, and the coach already asked me to go to camp. That's my sniper shot. All right, so keep that in mind, superstars. We got a great week lined up for you, and we got a great guest coming into the Locker Room Show this week. If you don't know about the Locker Room Show, that's our podcast on Thursday, and we got a great guest coming. Some of you guys are talking scholarship and you want some money. This is the type of person that can give you some money. All right, so hey, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check out the resources down in the description box, baby. This is what we do. We talk football, we get after it, we go execute. I'm Coach Wood. We'll see you at the top.